Hey everyone, my name is Gamer Corey and welcome back to another Red Dead Online video. Now in today's video we're going to be going over two different things. The first one being where you guys can actually find all of the different collection sets and their current cycles. And then last but not least, the second thing that we're going to go over is we're going to go over all the daily challenges first in the list mode, and then we're going to follow that up with extensive details so that you guys can actually earn as much gold as possible. So you guys will be able to make a lot of money with the collector roll and a lot of gold with the daily challenges. So let's go ahead and get started. But if you guys are enjoying these types of videos and want to continue seeing these types of videos, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. A like definitely goes a long way here on the channel. It shows your love and support of these types of videos. It really helps me out, and honestly, you already clicked in the video, so you might as well go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe down below anyway. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with the collection sets and their current cycles. Now, I'm going to start with everything that involves using the field shovel, because that is the biggest nerf to the game as of right now. Now, this is still the best way of earning money, even though it has been nerfed. There is nothing that's really, as far as time goes, will you actually make more money than what you can with the collector roll even as of right now. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So start with anything with the field shovel. So we got fossils, which will be a part of cycle number 4. Lost jewelry, which will be a part of cycle number 4. The arrowheads, also a part of cycle number 4. We have the family heirlooms at cycle number 6, and then the coins at cycle number 2. Now, the next 4 sets that I'm about to go over, you don't even need to be a collector in order to collect them, but you do need to be a collector in order to sell them, so I still recommend that you guys get the collector bag as soon as you possibly can. Now, if you guys want to be able to save up a little bit or have a little bit of extra money when you first purchase that roll, then do a little bit of collecting using these 4 sets. Just don't get anything more than 10 of any item, because then you can't pick up any more of them, and then sell them as soon as you purchase that collector bag. Now, these are going to include sets like the American Wildflowers, which has 3 sets every single day. That's going to be a part of cycle number 2. The tarot cards at cycle number 6. The antique alcohol bottles at cycle number 5. And then last but not least, we got the bird eggs at cycle number 2. Alright, so I hope you guys and wish you guys happy hunting with all of your collector needs for today. But anyway, let's go to move on to the daily challenges. We're going to quickly go over the list mode, and then we're going to follow that up with extensive details. So let's go and do that right now. We've got, starting with the daily general challenges, we've got 3 cows skinned, 5 dry goods eaten, 1 helped someone in need, 1 9 banded armadillos skinned, 3 player kills in free roam events, 3 player kills with explosives in free roam events, and then 1 visited a shop in Sandini. The bounty hunter roll, we got 3 bounty targets looted, 2 bounty targets tagged with tracking arrows, and then 1 hard or legendary bounty mission completed. The trader roll, we got 20 carcasses donated within a 10-minute period, 7 medium animal carcasses donated to crypts, $200 money made from trading. The collector roll, we've got 3 collectibles found with a shovel, 3 collectibles looted from non-player enemies, and then 3 collector maps used. The Moonshine roll, we got crafted 2 toxic Moonshine for today, $200 money made from Moonshine sold, and then 2 Moonshine story missions completed. And then last but not least, we got the Naturalist roll, 7 crafted or cooked at a wilderness camp, 3 desert animal samples taken, and then 2 legendary animal samples taken. Now, you guys have the opportunity of actually earning 11 gold bars or up to 11 gold bars every single day by doing the daily challenges, which is pretty fantastic. 5 gold bars from the daily general and 6 gold bars from the daily roll challenges. It's going to be the same 7 for everybody, regardless of what your rank is, but it will depend on what rank your roll is at, depending on how many daily challenges are offered to you. Now, there is a total of up to 15, so you only have to pick 9. You can only do 9 anyway, so pick the 9 that are the easiest for you to complete if you are a rank 10 or higher in each of those roles. And that is one of the requirements. The other requirement is to make sure that you've completed at least 1 daily challenge for 21 days in a row. Now, this is real days, not game days. A couple people have asked me that lately. So you'll just want to make sure that you at least do 1 for 21 days and then maintain that going forward. Otherwise, you have to start all the way over. And then the gold potential isn't quite as high. It's still okay, but obviously making half a gold bar versus 0.2 gold bar, you're virtually having to do 2.5 times the work for the same amount of gold. So might as well at least keep that streak going and alive. All right, let's start with the daily general challenges. So we got 3 cow skin. Now, the best place to do this is actually going to Emerald Ranch or Emerald Station. Emerald Station actually has a fast travel destination right to it. And there's actually usually a ton of cows there. I'm going to show you guys another spot on the map that you guys could potentially go to if you don't want to. It is actually, or if you want to, it is very close to where Emerald Station is at. So Emerald Station right here. But if you go up to this farm right here, there's typically cows and ox and usually a donkey up there as well. Otherwise, you can always come down here to a Maddock Pond area, right in this area, and you guys will find ox and cows down here as well. All right, moving on to the next one, and that's going to be eat 5 dry goods. Now, obviously, if you guys have some stuff inside of your satchel, you can actually eat it. Let's find some dry goods. So that's going to consist of things like the candies, the assorted biscuits, the bread roll would count, the bread chunk would count, crackers, and the chocolate bar. I think that might be everything. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else, but I think that those are all the main ones anyway. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the daily challenges. That one's pretty easy to get done today. We got help someone in need. I'm going to show you guys a couple different spots for this. Number one, where I'm at, which is down, obviously, in New Austin area. Between here and Lake Don Julio, there's actually usually a couple help stranger in need in this area. And then typically you have to ride down to Tumbleweed to drop them off. That's usually a pretty good one. And like I said, there's actually 2 along that path right there. If it doesn't spawn in, just ride to the other side of Lake Don Julio or ride all the way back to the Fort Mercer station or the Mercer station. Another one is going to be, oh man, I haven't had a lot of these help in or come up in a long time. So another one's right here at the, right over here by Blue Water Marsh. Otherwise, there is also one right here in Blue Water Marsh, which is defending them from the alligators. There's also one here at this, I guess, abandoned town or settlement of whatever you want to call it, where you have to rescue someone and then take them to the sheriff's station in Rhodes. And, man, beyond that, I have not been offered these in quite some time, so I can't even think of where all the other ones are at right now. Just pay attention to where they're at, because they do pop up from time to time, but I just don't have these happen very often anymore. The next one on the list is to get a 9 banded armadillo. Now, I did see that for the naturalist roll, we have to go 3 desert animal samples taken for today. So if you go after 3 armadillos, or instead of skinning it, you're going to want to take samples. So you can't do both with the same one. But you skin one armadillo and then go after other armadillos and like iguanas or the Baja pronghorns, then you're going to be able to get that one complete relatively easy. But you're going to obviously have to specifically skin this one. And then the 2 free roam events can easily be done together. So explosives and then kill 3 players. Literally the exact same thing. You're going to use either dynamite arrows or explosive rounds. So it doesn't matter really what you use. Just I would use explosive rounds personally because then you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, so to speak. And then last but not least of the daily general challenges, we got visited a shop in Sandini. It doesn't matter which one you go to. There's no real easy ones. Usually I always suggest going to the butcher because you actually never have to get off the horse. But in this case you do because they're kind of underneath an awning. So you will have to get off. So whatever one that you want to go to, by all means go to any shop in Sandini. We got 3 bounty targets looted, so the bounty hunter roll is the only roll that can be earn additional gold, which is pretty fantastic. So just loot the bounty targets before you actually bring them in. And then 2 bounty targets tagged with tracking arrows. Now, this is requiring you guys to purchase a pamphlet, then obviously get the materials in order to craft it. Then you got to craft it, so it does take a little bit of time. If you really want the gold and you have the extra money, purchase the pamphlet. If you are short on cash and are trying to buy some other things, don't buy the pamphlet. In my opinion, you're only going to do this for the daily challenges anyway. Otherwise, honestly, a lot of the pamphlets in the game, except for like the explosive rounds and a couple other ones, are pretty worthless. So, especially through the naturalist roll. We got 1 hard or legendary bounty mission completed. So you can complete either one of those. Either one's fine. If you want one that's a little bit quicker and easier, in my opinion, do a hard. If you want one that's a little bit more exciting and maybe it's going to take a little bit more time, but you're going to get a little bit more added benefit, is doing the legendary bounty. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys want, or what is your favorite legendary bounty mission. I don't know if I really have one, but I think one of the first ones, the one that's actually down at Gaptooth Breach, was a pretty fun one. I can't remember, Isabella something. I can't remember what her last name was off the top of my head. The trader roll, we got 20 carcasses donated within a 10-minute period. The best way to do this is actually doing it with small animal carcasses, because the timer will start as soon as you pull out the first one out of your bag to donate. Otherwise, whatever animal you donate is going to start the timer. So if you haven't collected all these beforehand, I would definitely recommend that you do that. But small animal carcasses, you can have a whole bunch inside of your satchel right off the bat. So this is going to include things like bats, rats, toads, bullfrogs, chipmunks, any of the squirrels, crows, and any other really small bird. Now, a lot of these can actually be found right around Blue Water Marsh, specifically in the evening hours, especially for the toads, the frogs, and the bats. And rats can all be found, like I said, right around the Blue Water Marsh area. 7 medium animal carcasses donated to crypts. Now, you could do 7 medium animal carcasses within that 10-minute period if you want to. Anything on the side of the horse should count towards a medium animal carcass. And then you got $200 money made from trading. So do a short, or do a local or a distant delivery. It doesn't really matter. And make $500 or $625. It doesn't really matter. Or help somebody else out and get half that. The collector roll, we got 3 collectibles found with a shovel. Anything that involves using the shovel, if you want to make sure that you get the best ones, go after the coins. Otherwise, you can go after like the arrowheads or even the loss of jewelry would count towards that. 3 collectibles looted from non-player enemies. Now, I'm going to save kind of the best for last, and it's something that I always forget to go over, and people always end up putting a comment down below because I always forget about it for talking about it for some reason. But you can either do the bootlegger missions or the poacher missions, and they can be started at any time because you can either talk to Harriet or Maggie and then loot all of those people that are around there, or you can actually go and skin some alligators inside of Blue Water Marsh or the Bayou. And then sometimes you'll get the collectibles looted from non-player enemies by just skinning the alligators, which is pretty amazing. And then we got 3 collector maps to use. You can use 3 if you don't want to spend the money. You don't have to. But yeah, this is kind of a money to gold change over. It's kind of up to you if you want to do that one. The Moonshiner roll, we got crafted toxic moonshine. Now this kind of goes along with the tracking arrows. If you don't have the pamphlet, then consider not buying it because you're only going to use it for the daily challenges anyway. But if you have all the money in the world, then by all means purchase it. But if you're trying to save money, then don't. $200 of money made from moonshine sold. You can do this in one delivery, but you're going to have to do a special strong recipe, which will take a little bit of time, about 48 minutes if you're ranked 20 anyway. And then you have to do the delivery, and then you also have to start the product as well. And then you don't want to break any bottles, because even with the $247.50 profit, if you break one bottle, you'll mess up on that. And then we got 2 Moonshine story missions completed, so you can either talk to Maggie directly and do them, or you can, if you've already played them and done them, then you can just go back through the progress menu and restart them. The naturalist roll, we've already gone over the desert animal samples, but 7 crafted or cooked at a wilderness camp. You can just pick whatever ones you want to do. Usually cooking is the easier of the 2, but it's up to you. And I would not add any seasoning to it unless you just absolutely have to, or if you're really into PvP, then obviously going after like the big game meat with seasoning is good. And then we got 2 legendary animal samples taken. We got a brand new legendary animal, well, technically yesterday now, which is the moose. If you guys want to go ahead and go after that, I would go after the missions that that Harriet directly offers you, because I feel like those are the easiest way to get samples if you guys would like them. But that is all the daily challenges done, gone over, and covered. Hopefully that does help you guys out. If it does, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing it. And you guys, stay gaming.